welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel, hey, Katrina Swathwood.
Hello.
And our guests today are Anthony Smith. Hello. And Brian Pasquime.
What's up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. If you have just listened to last week's episode, or if it is fresh in your brain, this is a different kind of intro because we did a an unexpected two-part episode. So we are cutting in a very unusual way and giving you this intro. That's why it's just the Swathwoods right now and nobody else. Unless you believed my impersonations of...
No, not at all.
Our co-hosting guests, yeah. It wasn't very good. But this is the second part of our movie bracket episode. And this is where you'll be hearing what became the best movie in our top 32 highest grossing movies of all time that we've seen. It ends up being like the top 40 something because we had nobody watched Transformers and that stuff. But you already heard that in last week's episode. So I hope you guys enjoy, or guys and gals, nerdites. I hope you nerdites enjoy the second half of the movie bracket episode. Enjoy.
Okay, so we got Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest up against Jurassic Park.
That's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic.
I just watched it again. It's so good.
It's scary as shit too when you're 8.
When they released it in like 3D like 6 years back, I watched it in theaters. How shit was tight.
Parker got scared. The T-Rex
He always gets scared.
He's a little bit of a scaredy cat, but the T-Rex in the Jeep. And then he didn't get scared with the Dilophosaurus shooting the goo.
Oh, really?
That freaked me out really bad.
The Raptors had to give him a run for his money.
Well, the thing is he played through the Raptor level of Lego Dimensions, so he knew it was coming.
But the kids hiding in the kitchen, that was a good set piece.
But yes.
I read something why the freezer was frozen over. You know, like it was open, but
It was slick.
That was because like this night before John Hammond powers out, he was gorging himself on ice cream.
Yeah.
And so he must have left the freezer open. There was no power. So when the power came back on, when she turned on the backup,
It froze the water.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was like, that's cool.
The part with Samuel L. Jackson's arm freaked Parker out.
Oh, it's you.
Were you going to vote on something different?
No, I was going to say Jurassic Park. Even now, the T-Rex in that movie looks amazing.
There's certain parts where you can catch now where they didn't use a ton of CG, but they did use some, like the Brontosauruses. When they're close up to their faces, they were perfect, but when it was far away, it was bad. And there was a couple of Raptor moments too. But other than that, the movie holds up really well for when it came out because it was 22 years ago? Was it 96?
93.
Was it 93?
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Good
I
movie.
just don't understand why Ellie was holding the door so close to the hinge. She wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
You thought about that?
No.
I can't reach the gun. I'm holding the door.
Well, you could have asked the kid to get the gun. He wasn't doing
He
anything.
was looking
on
over the
computer.
shoulder of the lady. Come on, type faster. His sister.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
All right, so we got Deathly Hallows Part 1 versus Star Wars The Force Awakens.
I'm trying to think that, how giddy I got when the Lucasfilms, little twinkle thing came up the first time I saw...
But how about the WB when that comes up before Harry Potter?
I'm going to pick Harry Potter because I've
Refresh my memory on where Deathly Hallows 1 ended.
With Dobby dying?
Oh.
Yeah.
He died
Come
in that one or
on.
the beginning of the second one?
He died in that one. They
He died
buried
at
him
the
in the
end.
second one.
Okay.
He got the knife through that. It was...
So that was...
Bellatrix.
Bellatrix
Yeah.
tossed the knife.
So the whole time they were just running...
They were
from
trying
the
to get
Snatchers?
Horcruxes. Yeah. No,
There was
not
the
whole
wedding in the
thing.
beginning. They left because
Snatchers.
Yeah.
Did they do the polyjuice in the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Yeah, they go to the
That's
Ministry of
why they went to the
Magic.
bank?
They went to the Minister of Magic. They went to the
Wait,
bank.
The bank was the second one because they escaped
Bank
from
was
the
the second
dragon.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That was the
Ooh.
second one.
So they just went to the ministry and...
Yeah, they
Well,
did
they
that.
started with that. Isn't that where they started? Where they all use polyjuice with Harry in the beginning.
One of my
They
favorite
went with,
Ron
like,
moments when he
Horcrux or
shoots
whatever.
back at that guy that's chasing him in the
Over his
ministry and
shoulder?
he hits his wand.
This,
With
the owl dies. Mad Eye dies.
Yeah, a lot of people die in that one.
That's with a wedding too.
Yeah.
Enchantments. They go to Godric's Hollow.
Dude gets his arm spliced.
Yeah,
Splinched.
Splinched. Yeah, you're right.
There was that weird scene with Harry and Hermione making out in the clouds.
Yeah, there was that weird dance scene too.
God, the more I talk about this, the more I want.
I'm picking Harry Potter because I just like it better than Star Wars.
The Force Awakens wasn't one of my favorite Star Wars movies, but
There's not much that I would put above Deathly Hallows. I like both of those movies a lot. Well, the second one is, it's just all battle, basically. Not that that's a bad thing. It was an awesome battle.
I was hoping that Voldemort's death scene was a little longer.
Yeah.
Slightly drawn out more.
It did take a while. He basically slowly crunched and...
It was like just, I don't know, it was just 2 shots. I wanted it to
He
be
disappeared
longer.
too.
it was like
Oh,
Infinity
God.
Wars.
He disintegrated.
And the second one, Ron running up to his brother when he's
Oh God.
And then Tonks and Lupin laying next to each other
Dead.
with like their hands kind of close together.
Harry dying.
The scene of Ron's ex after the werewolf
Yeah.
kills her and eats her, bites her in the neck.
God, those are good movies.
Oh, Bellatrix dies. That was tough.
That was good.
I still think it should have been Neville that got to kill.
Yeah.
him.
I'm gonna part 2 more fondly than 1. No,
I like the second one better than the first one, but I like both of them a lot.
So I'm actually torn.
What is this up against?
Force Awakens.
I might lean toward Force Awakens. Is that horrible?
Yeah, because you picked that movie apart like
No,
no other.
tomorrow.
It's still entertaining.
No, I like both of them.
I like Force Awakens better than
Got Han
The
dying.
Last Jedi.
I think I do too.
So I'm a little. This is like if I had to deciding vote, it's just going to be a watch because I'm
What's your vote,
so mixed.
Harry Potter.
Anthony?
Harry Potter.
Well,
Then
there you
he's
go.
Joyce.
What was yours?
Star Wars.
Okay. They're such big franchises. That's what you're going to do when you run into this, because I think Return of the King's probably going to beat everything all the way down to the final.
Yeah.
What if we localized instead of individual movies? I'm not saying we're not going to do this now, but if it was like a franchise versus a franchise.
Then you hold the weak links against it. And that's tough.
That's
Fucking
the
Jurassic Park with Jurassic World or Park 2 and 3.
well. That's when even the worst Harry Potter movie isn't bad.
No.
That's like they're the most consistent.
What is the worst Harry Potter movie?
Fantastic Beasts.
In the 8. The 8. Is it
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
But even
That's
that.
so good.
It's still really good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Dark Knight Rises against Avengers.
Avengers.
Avengers. I like Bane a lot. But
So do I.
But Hulk's.
I think this is like the opposite because I think Avengers is my favorite Marvel movie.
The first one.
Yeah,
You like the first Avengers better than this one?
I do. Well,
That's
right
fine.
now I say that.
I'm big on. I'm with you on a lot of things. I'm big on the Fellowship of the Ring is my favorite
Right.
Lord of the Rings movie.
Same.
I think for different reasons. I like that there's joy in that movie. You
I like
have
the-
really low
They're still
parts, but
happy.
they're
I like
still
the whole
happy.
adventure that's cohesive in that one. That it's not splintered.
As a kid, trying to get Parker to watch Lord of the Rings, I can tell you that Fellowship will be his least favorite movie. It takes so long to get started to where there's
Start
any.
at the Fellowship and work your way that way. Way better.
We just got to the Fellowship, and he's
It's
just
an hour and a
like,
half on the.
and he's like,
He's not
And
interested
extended.
at
he's
all.
not interested at all.
Ugh.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well,
He's also 8.
He's into Star Wars and Avenger and Marvel movies and Harry Potter. I'm not gonna get.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
bat
roll.
1,000 here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're not.
So
Avengers.
It's got 2 votes. What do you?
I agree.
okay, well I would have said Avengers.
I would have said Avengers.
My favorite Batman movie is Begins.
If we would have said Avengers versus The Dark Knight, would you have chosen Avengers still?
I probably would have said
I would
Dark
not
Knight.
have.
Corey.
That's tough. Tie.
Your favorite DC versus your favorite
Yeah.
Marvel. You know what direction I would have gone.
Yeah.
But for this, I say Avengers.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Age of Ultron versus Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, while still an entertaining movie, is the weakest of the 3.
I was gonna say the same thing.
My favorite part is the party scene where they're all trying to lift a hammer.
That is
And
good.
Yeah, worthy.
yeah, and
Black
Rogers
Widow
moves it
passes.
for a little bit, and he gets kind of worried.
I like the extension of that where they ask Black Widow, and she's like, "That's not a question I need to answer."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Or at the end of time, Vision can lift it, but
Would
he's
you-
a machine. Would you call it elevator worthy?
Would you
No.
put Ragnarok above Infinity War? I know it's hard to put a single Marvel movie against a joint Marvel movie because
Yeah.
they're so.
That's a hard one because both of those movies were so.
That's not
good.
on here. Thor,
Yeah.
nor are any
so-
Guardians.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Harry Potter Half-Blood Prince versus Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil
For
War is
me.
really good.
I'm trying to remember everything that happens in Half-Blood. That was everything with
That
Malfoy,
was the story of Snape.
Which
Had the,
does,
the new professor.
when does
Professor.
Duke,
Slughorn.
when does Duke die? Half-Blood?
Dude, died.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Yeah. He passed in that one. The end of
Oh
it.
Yeah.
shit! I was gonna pick
Civil War.
Civil War, but that's when Dumbledore dies.
Yeah, Malfoy goes all crazy.
That's when they go through the cave.
I wouldn't say crazy. He goes through some fucking stress.
He goes
Wait, what
crazy.
No,
They
he
go
was-
through that cave.
I think it's
that has,
just more like
all
panic.
the things coming out of the
That-
water.
right?
Dumbledore
He
has
wasn't
the
like-
fire.
He's being modeled.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say he's like erratic. Like he was just in a dark place.
When he was in the bathroom, he was going crazy. When him and Harry
He
were...
didn't want to do it.
No.
Yeah.
It was intense. I remember watching that in the theater.
I was gonna pick Civil War. Now I'm like,
Civil War is the
I
second
would say the
biggest team
last
up.
third of Civil War is really. I'm still picking Harry Potter.
I wasn't going to. I was gonna pick Civil War.
But
and
you
they
had
said
Black
Dumbledore.
Panther in the movie.
Yeah, he did, and he was awesome.
Yeah. He kicked butt.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Katrina.
Harry Potter.
What were
Yeah,
you
it's
pick?
unanimous, I think.
No, he picked
Yeah,
Civil War.
Civil War.
Oh no,
That's okay.
You're a bastard.
Okay. We got The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies, and then versus Titanic.
Battle of Five Armies.
Titanic.
Titanic.
It's a great movie, but I seen the pre-screening of Battle of Five Armies in IMAX 3D, and it was intense.
It's my vote.
I know what your vote's going to be.
That's a weird one because like
That's probably the one. I
That
least remember.
fucking door was big enough for both of them to fit on. Okay.
but in
That's
terms
true.
in terms of it being like just a good movie, like Titanic, it gets fucking knocked a lot for being like
I
overly
think that's people just
romantic.
being being cynical and ironic. It's not bad at all. It's a good
But
movie.
if you add that up with the whole second, fuck, I love that whole second half of that movie. That shit was
It's really
fucking
good.
awesome.
If it would have been the first Hobbit movie, I wouldn't even. I would have picked the.
Really,
Yeah, I like the first one the best. But since it's the third one, what else happened in the third one?
Smaug goes out in the first 15 minutes.
That
And
scene
then the rest
was
of it's just the
badass.
fight and the other dwarf, and there's like some
Titanic.
internal struggle.
Titanic wins it.
I think
Yep.
it's 3.
yeah. What did you say, Katrina?
She hates Titanic.
I hate Titanic.
You hate it.
I do not like that movie.
What?
And I get ridiculed because I don't like it.
No, I'm just curious. What got you? What messed you up? Like, why didn't you like it?
I just didn't like it. I went and saw it when it came out in theaters, and I was not a fan.
Was it not any one performance?
No,
Like, just start to finish, you just weren't
I was not for me.
captivated. Not even when the ship hit the iceberg, nothing. The score to it and the CG at
Now
the
I just want
time.
to watch it.
Like,
I will say, at 12 years old, there was a rack in there, and you couldn't ignore that at 12 years old for a guy.
So yeah, that doesn't do anything for me.
yeah,
Makes sense.
that's true. But I was like, it's so like watch and talk about like everybody remembers a guy who jumped overboard, hit the propeller, and did the spin.
Yes.
Because nobody had seen anything like that in a movie. Like,
It's like,
But-
oh, fuck.
Slightly embarrassing side note. The movie I've seen the most in theaters is The Dark Knight Rises. I saw it 5 times.
Wow.
Specifically because the movie I had seen the most in theaters before that was Titanic at 4.
wow.
So I made sure I was like, I need to beat this.
I had seen Return to the King in theaters 5 times. So that's the most I've seen anything in theaters.
I've only seen anything twice. I think it's
I think Robert did 4 for Return of the King too.
Dark Knight is one I can remember. I don't remember.
I think I saw that 3 or 4 times. I saw Batman and Robin 2 days in a row.
Why?
It was the summer and I had nothing to do and I was in
So you
middle
wasted
school.
your money?
But maybe it'll get
I'm
better
right.
the second time.
Is that the one with Two-Face?
No, that was the one with
Wait,
Mr. Freeze.
at the
yeah.
time-
Terrible
Wait,
movie.
at the time, was it good?
Chill.
Oh, at the time it was Batman. I didn't care.
Okay,
But I was
'cause
probably like 14.
I don't know if it's like Phantom Menace, where it just, as you aged,
I rewatched them and they're terrible.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
a sucker,
they are,
I'm a
but-
sucker for those movies.
I know like at the time when it came out, if you were just so caught up in, well, it's fucking Batman.
Yeah. But ice skates? No. He went down it like Fred Flintstone in the beginning of the movie. It's really, really bad.
All right.
Okay, moving on. So we got Star Wars: The Last Jedi versus Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is a
no.
battle between Voldemort and Dumbledore in the
Yeah, and the Ministry of
right?
Magic.
Isn't that where they have the
You
Prophecy.
shouldn't have come here, Tom.
Yeah.
Isn't that the room of requirement?
The only reason I'm going to say Harry
Yeah.
That's with
Potter...
Umbridge, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
The only reason I'm going to say Harry Potter is because of all the bullshit that happened in Last Jedi. Like, the thing with Luke Skywalker just disappearing and...
don't
I
know.
like
I don't
that.
have a problem with that.
I didn't like it.
My biggest problem with Last Jedi was
Force Leia.
Princess Leia,
yeah, that was dumb.
Mary Poppins, and through space.
They should have just killed her off. It would have made everything smooth. I think.
Well, they didn't know she was gonna die.
Yeah, well, they could have went back and did some reshoots. You know.
I did like, as much as people didn't like it, I
Postmortem.
really like that silent part where the ship goes through.
I
the
did
ship.
too.
That was so. I was like, holy.
I don't think
fuck.
people
That
mad
was
at
the
that
best shot
part.
in the movie.
Right.
No, well, the best shot was them
Ever-
fighting the royal guards.
Ever
Yeah,
since-
That was
Yeah.
pretty badass.
Especially when it's to like the different theme songs people keep putting on.
I actually really like the whole link between Rey and Kylo Ren as well.
I think half that movie is perfect, and then the other half is not up to par.
Lackluster.
I think
Yeah.
that Finn should have just went out in a blaze of glory, and it would have
I do too.
I agree.
been fine. It would have given
I-
Rey like a lot.
I have read stuff about the movie that's changed my perspective on it afterwards, but I'd still pick Order of the Phoenix.
I would pick Order of the Phoenix hands down over Last Jedi.
So he's already got 3
Yeah.
or 4.
Did everybody
Okay.
pick it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we got Toy Story 3 versus Frozen.
Toy Story 3.
Ditto.
Toy
Really?
Story 3.
Yeah.
Yep. Toy Stories will
You
beat
do
all.
not like that movie.
No,
All
I
the
don't
other
like.
animated.
I don't like one part of that movie. I thought that it was very adult to show that the toys were all going to die and they were ready for death.
That made
Thought
me
that-
almost cry.
I thought that was
Like,
very
As
inappropriate
it
for a
should.
children's movie.
yeah.
But what?
Come out with such like anger. Like, how many years has it been since I've seen
No,
it?
Toy
Robert,
Story 3?
he was so
No,
upset.
I'm still upset at that scene because I think it's inappropriate to show during a kids movie that all these things are gonna die and it's okay, what things die.
What about All Dogs
Like,
Go to Heaven?
Finding Nemo, like all the little fish eggs die.
Oh.
Was
They don't show them facing
Are you-
death and slowly going into it.
When did that come out? 2010.
I don't know.
I was thinking, are you upset because of like in principle, or because like you took Parker to see it and he got upset?
No, I didn't think it was
No.
okay. I thought maybe like
This
it was
gotta
more
be-
because he.
The first movie he saw was Wreck-It Ralph.
It's gotta be worse animated
I was
like
there. That was a good movie.
deaths. Well, like some characters probably actually die. Like, I don't know if All Dogs Go to Heaven counts because they.
Well, I can
No,
tell you,
Littlefoot's mom dying is like the
That fucked
The
me
start
up
one.
as a kid.
there's
I don't know. Bambi was pretty fucked up too.
that was in like 1947.
So, I'm just saying.
there's a part in Boss Baby, which I actually really enjoy. It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Where they're leaving. They end up flying to Vegas, and the
Oh,
kid
my
and the
God.
baby get a ride from like a bachelorette party. And they're leaving and they're trying to go in there, and the kid takes a sip of something. And he's like, "Oh, they don't know how to make iced tea in Long Island." And I'm like, "That's fucking inappropriate."
That's a joke for the
That's a
adults
joke,
that the
yeah.
kids
but
won't
it's-
get.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't think it's appropriate to make a joke about.
Robert
kids
don't
drinking
like it.
alcohol.
You don't like those little hidden tidbits that come on, adults. You gotta
I
watch
like
this movie
when
too.
like Mr. Potato shits a brick, but that's a joke. The kids drinking alcohol, like little kids, that's not a joke to me.
Was it the little kid or the baby?
It was
It was
a
a little
little
kid, but he
kid.
was 7.
Yeah.
Still. He has like a
God
pretty
damn it,
long
Robert.
yard. Anyway.
First of all, no kids, no opinions.
Hey, you can't just do
Valid
that.
opinion.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Well, when you have your own kids, then you formulate things, but your brains aren't. Something literally changes
Programs.
in your DNA when
I agree.
you have kids.
I'm not arguing that point.
I could have kids somewhere.
Oh God. Okay, moving on. So
Second round.
Second round. Rogue One versus Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. I don't need to. It's just, I like Harry Potter and I better not like Star Wars. You better pick Harry Potter. You just shit on Rogue One when we were.
Oh, so now this is second bracket.
Yeah.
Second bracket.
We were like, oh, the first whole half of the movie was sucked balls.
I feel like we're gonna have some Harry Potter going against other Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
We
so
will
Fair enough.
eventually.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Sorcerer's Stone.
that leads toward the success of the Harry Potter franchise.
That last scene though, where Vader turns on the
That
saber.
was badass.
That was really badass.
Sick.
Didn't they add that on towards the end too? Like,
Well, like they had already filmed it, kind of. Or something?
yeah, like it was.
I hadn't heard.
I heard that.
There's a lot.
Old chest injury.
Katrina tackled me at California Adventure one time, and since then my sternum pops.
Why did she do
regularly.
that?
For fun.
Asshole.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I think Sorcerer's Stone's a better movie, like start to finish. It telling a story, kind of. And
I didn't want to see Harry Potter, and I didn't want to read Harry Potter. And my uncle, when I was living with my grandparents, he's like, "Oh, I got this for the kids." I was like, "Oh, can I watch it before?" And that was it. Since then, that was 2001, 2002, 2002. Good movie.
Very good movie.
Sorcerer.
Harry Potter.
All right.
Everybody voted Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got Hobbit, Mr. Smog,
Mr. Smaug.
and we've got him going up against
I mean, Mr. Smaug, 'cause
The
that's my
Unexpected Journey.
name
So we got
again.
Hobbit against Hobbit.
Unexpected Journey is better than Smaug. Smaug.
In your opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion.
No one else is amused.
How does Unexpected Journey end with the? They're at
They,
the.
they got the ride from the Eagles.
You got the ride.
They see the mountain.
Yeah, they say, Mr. Frodo, you're
And the
welcome.
bird
You're-
flies
you're
back to
among
the
the dwarves.
Mountain.
You're a true friend to the dwarves. Because you came
Dwarves.
back and saved us from the
Dwarves.
burning trees and the pale orcs.
The dwarves in Infinity War were the dwarves in
Mr. Gandalf.
When is Robin Aster?
What happened?
Robin Aster.
Radagast?
Yeah, that guy. Robin Aster is a city in
Radagast.
Final Fantasy
I
12.
think he was introduced in the first one.
I thought Radagast wasn't introduced until the second one.
Fucking his riding his
Man.
sleigh all through fucking
The dragons,
Rohan over there.
his jackalopes.
That was so
Were they
cool.
jackalopes?
Yeah, they were jackalopes, and he has the little bird in his hat.
His
that
hat.
poops on his head.
You guys still have to vote.
Oops, sorry. Unexpected Journey.
This is why we got an odd amount of people here, so we don't have ties.
What's your vote, Katrina?
I would say the same. Unexpected Journey. So
Me too. I just want to say because I wanted it to be a tie.
God,
Damn
Aslan
it.
is just such a badass too.
I don't remember them well enough, and I just keep going to the dragon. But it doesn't matter.
okay.
It doesn't matter.
So we have Iron Man 3 up against Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Iron Man 3.
Really?
I have
No.
to be the odd man out.
You can
No,
make
you
it
don't have
unanimous.
to.
Well, no, really. Which one would you pick? Black Panther.
Yeah.
Good movie.
If it was against Iron Man 1,
We'd have a discussion.
yeah.
So then now we've got Infinity War against Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I'll just throw it out first. Infinity War.
Deathly Hollows.
It's the end of the 8 movies. It was so good.
I'm going to say Deathly Hallows. I'm more emotionally invested in that.
Yeah, because I look over in the movie and Katrina's like, those are like that and Return of the King have to be the 3, and Dark Knight, but it already got knocked out. You already? What did you pick?
Harry Potter.
So you're saying Harry Potter? Wait, no, that wouldn't be right. So if it was Dark Knight versus Harry Potter, you picked Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you pick? Infinity War? So I don't even. Oh, Anthony, have you picked?
I
No,
have
he
not
has
picked.
not. You two haven't
It's
picked yet.
Black Panther versus
No. Infinity War
Infinity War.
versus
Deathly
Deathly
Hallows
Hallows Part
2.
2.
The end of it all.
They both made me cry. They both had a lot of joy and happiness.
You cried on it, right? The new one
No, I don't think I did.
when Georgie got.
Oh, that was sad.
I haven't
dude.
seen it
no,
yet, so-
no, at the end when at the end.
There's something else you cried at that we were like, what the?
I've been
fuck?
crying at movies, man. I don't know what it is.
What movie did you see before Infinity War?
Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
No,
You cried during that?
Dude, when he's like,
I
when
haven't
he,
seen it.
I haven't seen it.
you don't know, and because
What movie haven't you seen lately that you haven't cried?
What are you picking? Deathly Hallows or Infinity War?
Deathly Hallows.
That's the winner.
You
Deathly
have to
Hallows.
pick.
Yep, Harry Potter fans here. I got wands up in this house.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
So other side, we got Jurassic Park up against Deathly Hallows Part 1.
I'm saying Jurassic Park.
Deathly Hallows.
Jurassic Park. I said top 5 before. Jurassic Park is up there.
Deathly
It is-
Hallows.
I'm voting Harry Potter, so.
God, it's gonna be all Harry Potter finale here. And Corey's just like, I don't even like Harry Potter.
No. I like the second one. That one would be more contentious.
The second Harry Potter's your favorite?
Deathly Hollow.
Oh, okay. I thought.
This is first Death Hollow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Avengers up against Return of the King.
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 Yep.
Marvel movies. Avengers just got knocked out.
Okay, we got Harry Potter Half-Blood Prince versus Titanic.
Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince.
Titanic.
What? We already know which way this is going.
See, you're-
Well, what's your vote?
We know.
Yeah, but we still want to know your
What
vote.
is it? Half-Blood Prince?
Versus Titanic.
I'm gonna say Titanic.
Yeah, I'm not voting for Titanic.
I think in the whole of I know
You talked me into the Half-Blood Prince the last one and almost got knocked out.
we don't align when it comes to like ranking Harry Potter's. I remember that one's on the lower half for me.
Half-Blood Prince?
You know.
Are those the ones you've watched the least though?
Even when he goes into Snape's
Potentially,
mind.
I do like when the kids more is more fun, lighthearted because it gets dark.
Order of the Phoenix on is definitely worth a watch again. I mean, there's a lot that goes on.
I liked Order of the Phoenix. I think more than Half-Blood Prince.
Okay. Order of the Phoenix was a good movie.
So Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix versus Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3.
Because of the scene that I just discussed in the last time we had Toy Story 3 up for, I will pick Harry Potter. If it was Toy Story 2, I would have picked Toy Story. If it was Toy Story 1, I would have picked Toy Story.
What's the other movie?
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix. That's the one with the battle with Dumbledore. And
Harry Potter's gonna win this.
Umbridge being a magnificent bitch.
I tell you, I don't like that scene in Toy Story. It really
Wait.
pissed me off.
But like Umbridge actually like carves in the kids' hands and shit, right?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
also a movie that, like you said, gets progressively darker. These are 3 children's movies
those
that
are-
have a scene where,
And
hey,
she
we're
gets
going to
taken
kill
off
everybody
by a
off. You need to be
centaur.
okay
She
with
gets
it.
raped, I know.
Oh god.
But that's messed up. Like those are kids. You don't want to see them getting tortured in a movie.
They are progressively darker movies.
Oh my god, Robert.
Where was the progressive of darkness in the Toy Story franchise?
At the end,
Yeah, the very, very...
The monkey going crazy in the
hey, those
preschool.
kids drank alcohol in that movie too. That's not okay.
There was a discussion on that. I was listening to an interview with David Tennant, who played Barty Crouch Jr.,
Yeah.
and he was talking
You said
about...
at the Yule Ball they were getting it on too, right? Recently?
There was a
Yeah.
cut scene.
That's not okay.
because that
Just
doesn't
because
happen
you
in
didn't
high
lose your
school.
virginity till you were 26 doesn't mean that other people didn't.
Kids are gonna watch this movie.
Wait, were you 26 or 24?
I don't know, 20 something.
20 something.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, when did you lose your virginity?
When I was like 14, 15.
That's a lot. What about you?
17.
Am I allowed to ask you? When did you lose your virginity?
16.
16.
But this is inspiring kids to do bad things.
That's why it was
Really.
cut. You can't blame it on a cut scene.
They were still drinking alcohol, right?
Butterbeer is considered non-alcoholic.
Oh. Have you ever drink butterbeer?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
alcoholic?
Nope.
And you can buy it at the Universal Parks and they're not alcoholic.
The Dragonfire whiskey is.
Dragonfire whiskey. Wait, what were we even talking about?
Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix versus Toy Story 3.
This is a big Harry Potter house.
That didn't get the second one?
I think it's gonna end up being Harry Potter because I'm picking Harry Potter.
I think it's going to be Deathly Hallows 2 versus Return of the King as the last 2 movies.
And that's going to be.
That's going to be a discussion right there.
Do we have 3 votes for Harry Potter on this one?
No, there's 2, but I'm going to probably tip the scale that way anyways. So if you want to vote for Toy Story 3.
I feel like,
you
I
can.
don't know. My gut says Toy Story.
Well, then vote that way.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten.
Hey, it's Harry
That
Potter.
movie was
It's
probably the
like
last one that got
2
me close
o'clock.
to crying.
Because I had this week was Teacher Appreciation Week, so all the schools had food. So after I ate these 3 gigantic pulled pork sliders, I had pizza, 4 cookies, rolled tacos, and just
You
went
had a
for
lot
it
of
today.
fun today.
Yeah, I did, and now I'm getting hungry.
Are you really?
Yeah, I might have a bowl of cereal when we get done with this.
All right. So, round 3. We got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone versus Hobbit and Unexpected Journey.
Sorcerer's Stone, the one that started them all.
Same thing for the Hobbit. Kicked it off.
No, Fellowship of the Ring kicked it off.
Okay.
This is
I
a
wish those were on here.
yeah, I know.
Sorcerer's
So
Stone.
sad.
Where's my list? I swear Two Towers was on here.
That was probably like the next one.
Yeah, it was probably one of the thrown out ones. In case we had to go down that route. So we got one for Sorcerer's Stone.
2 with me.
Well,
Two Towers was the next one.
of course.
Unexpected Journey.
What was the other one?
Sorcerer's Stone.
Harry Potter.
There's quite a few of these movies that wouldn't even be on here though if we would have seen Fast and Furious and stuff.
Yeah. We've just outvoted those movies.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Fast and Furious.
I've seen one.
I saw the first one.
2 and 3 aren't memorable. After that, they get pretty
The only
good.
one I'll ever watch is Tokyo Drift. It's the best one, dude. Got my boy Han in there. Han's the shit.
Han?
It's Han.
Hans?
Hans?
Han.
You know he dies,
Japanese.
right?
Yeah, I know he dies. Thank you very much.
I got Funko.
Brian's very irritated.
Oh, yeah? Okay, where are we going?
Harry Potter 1.
Did Harry Potter win?
Sorcerer's
I
Stone.
chose Sorcerer's Stone over
So did I.
Unexpected Journey.
Okay.
If it was Fellowship, I would have chosen Fellowship.
We got Black Panther
Fellowship
up
on here?
No.
against Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Versus what? Black Panther?
Yep.
Deathly
It's
Hallows.
Deathly Hallows. there's so much. You're so emotionally invested. How long did that series take?
Forever.
12 years.
I think they only skipped a year once, and then the last ones took 2
It was
years.
like wasn't it like every 18 months though, like November, June.
So maybe it was 12 years.
Let's find out.
Anthony,
Deathly Hallows Part 2 for sure.
you would have picked Deathly Hallows Part 2 as well.
Yeah.
So Black Panther gets knocked out.
2001 to 2011 for 8 movies.
They're so good.
Well,
Have
the
you
last
watched?
2 Harry Potters came out what, year apart or 6
Have
months?
you watched the trailer for
Fantastic Beasts?
not the Crimes of Grindelwald?
Yes.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like it looks like they're stepping
It's
up.
got your Wandery coming back that you were complaining about last time.
That wasn't
Like
a
wand sling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the death thing.
He was very unimpressed with the way they handled their wands in the last movie.
Yeah, I said it was less like
Flourishes.
offense
Play.
and more of like a gun.
Well, that's British versus American, right?
It wasn't good gunslinging though. It was just like pointing a CG
Point
over
and
it.
cast.
It was just like hold it like
It was like 6 months between the 2 Deathly Hallows movies.
Those are so
November and
good.
July.
James, Travis, Katrina, and I saw Order of the Phoenix for a second time at the drive-in. We were all sitting on our chairs. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You yell at the screen, nobody cares. Yeah, fuck you, Voldemort.
I saw Deathly Hallows 2 at 3 in the morning at Mira Mesa Edwards, and there were owls, like living owls, just in the rafters outside on the big sign.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There was like 3 or 4 of them just
Is that
hanging
what you
out.
were on TV for?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. That was it was a cool little
Yeah.
tiny thing, little addition.
Okay. Other side. Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1 versus Return of the King.
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 Good
It's like
movie.
you had to vomit that up a little bit.
Yeah,
Force it out.
Well, those are 2 of my biggest movie franchises. I kind of the first Lord of the Rings. I put that over Star Wars as well.
Is Star Wars and Avengers out?
Yeah, it's all Harry Potter and
It's all Harry Potter and Return of the King.
And
are you projecting some of your Fellowship love onto Return of the King since it's not on this list?
no. I like all 3 of those movies a lot. They all have great things about them. I mean, you can get a little irritated with the end of Return of the King since it's got like 6 endings.
When you watch it once in theaters, don't bother you, but upon subsequent viewings, it's like, God, this movie had a lot of endings.
I watched Return of the King 4 times in theaters.
You're probably like, this movie had a lot of fucking endings.
I loved every second of it.
All right. So we got Half-Blood Prince up against Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Me too.
Same.
Oh, well, that does that.
What would you just win? The other one?
Order of the Phoenix.
I think I would go to Half-Blood Prince.
The Order of the Phoenix has the battle between Voldemort and
Yeah, it does.
And
It's
it had-
Umbridge.
yeah. I mean, that was she's a worse villain than Voldemort. She was
she was
worse.
pretty bad
She's really bad.
with her pink
She
sugar.
likes cats. I don't like cats.
I found out she
Hate
did
cats.
the voice of a character in something I was a really big fan of. And I was kind of bummed. I'm gonna find out.
That person's just like ruined for you.
I was kind of upset.
Okay. So we got last 4. We got Sorcerer's Stone up against Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Ooh,
Deathly Hallows
That's
Part
the
2.
beginning and the end.
part 2.
The Alpha and the Omega.
Okay, Robert.
Neville becoming a badass maid. Part 2, awesome.
You ever see when he was on Impractical Jokers?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I'll say the last one.
Okay, so I read a thing on the Instagram today.
The Instagram.
They're filming the Impractical Jokers movie right now.
They're making a movie?
Yeah,
Is it like Jackass?
it'll probably be like that.
Mm.
Did you see the trailer for that
Action Point.
Action Point, the
Yes.
movie with Johnny Knoxville, where they open?
It's basically CKY.
Yeah, it starts with him being an old man.
So it's got a very
Yeah.
like loose premise of an actual movie, but
But is it all stunts are real?
he's too fucking old to be doing those stunts, man. That movie
Honestly,
actually,
not. I'd see that.
yeah. We actually have to have a discussion off mic about what the situation is going to be for Deadpool. If we're going guys and girls, or if we're because we saw the first one, like we did.
Yeah, we all went to
Super Troopers. Yeah, it was
the
a
Yard House?
Yeah,
In Mission Valley. I remember that.
you're fine. I know I can. And well, Alan's fine too. Eric and
Travis coming this time?
Travis, did he come last time?
I think so.
I don't think so.
We saw a movie with him. Was it Deadpool?
Moneyball,
Yes, you're right.
like that.
He's right.
That was off air.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Return of the King versus Order of the Phoenix.
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Return of the King, baby.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's Deathly Hallows 2 versus Return of the King.
Oh shit.
Is this it?
Yeah,
This is
the final.
it.
This is the.
Let's fall around.
We should put some like. Can we put some like really dramatic music in here?
You can try to.
What I should have done is played the theme songs for.
The respective films. I think they're copyrighted and you might get fuck yourself over.
Yeah, because we're getting 600,000 downloads for this
One day.
episode. You never know. Things are on the up and up.
Cease and desist.
You don't need to do it, Brian.
Okay.
So
when Legolas takes out that dude on the elephant and it takes out the
Elephant. Elephant.
the elephant, however they say it.
Mr. Frodo.
When he takes that dude out and then it causes the whole commotion with it basically killing the other one, that was fucking crazy.
I don't have any love for Legolas. He's my least favorite character.
I'm just saying that. No, it wasn't Legolas. It was the what's his face with the spear. He threw the spear.
Eomir.
Aramir.
Eomir, yeah, that guy.
Carl Urban.
This is
The whole
But-
charge was fucking fantastic. The charge
Well, I
was
mean,
over-
but I mean, on the flip side, so was the whole Battle of Hogwarts. I mean, with McGonagall calling down those
The soldiers.
the soldiers on the bridge, and then you see the giants like smacking them off the bridge, and
You know
I mean-
that scene of Aragorn turning and saying for Frodo and then running? That was mimicked in Kingdom Hearts 2. Mickey turns and runs towards the army of the Heartless.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's just see it side by side.
There's so many good things in each of these movies.
When the mouth of Sauron comes out and Aragorn just fucking lops his head
that's
off.
on the extended version.
That counts. That counts.
What about when the girl kills the ring wraith, the
That's-
king?
yeah.
The
She's like,
witch-
I am no man, and stabs him right in the
Yeah.
face.
girl power.
Yeah, Eowyn.
I like it's a deleted scene, but I like when the King of Agmar, is that the head, when he breaks Gandalf's staff.
And then he gets distracted all of a sudden and flies off.
Oh, that was crazy.
I just like Sam being a badass fucking going against orcs.
Yeah.
Like, not giving a shit.
What about
Like-
the whole scene where the dwarf is singing? When the whole army and he's singing a song to the king, to the what's the guy's name?
You mean the Hobbit?
The Hobbit, not the dwarf.
Yeah,
That's so offensive. You just said.
when he's singing
Pippin?
when he's
Yeah.
singing the song, like that whole scene was crazy.
Yeah.
When the dude lights on fire and jumps off the building.
Yeah.
That guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Denethor?
Yeah.
Or what
I
about
see him in movies now and I'm like, I hate you.
what about when the hobbits bow and Aragorn's like, no,
Yeah.
you better
No, I mean,
man.
there's a lot of good stuff.
The trio jumping off the ship and then them fighting just orcs while the ghosts pillage everybody. It's just like, fuck yeah.
That was like a cheat code.
Yeah. Them just mowing through like orc after orc after orc.
What
It's like,
stakes were there in that movie, though?
the world.
No, I mean, but like, we're discussing these two movies, are two great movies. On the flip side, Harry Potter, how many like main people died in that battle? There were so many people just getting fucked up, and the whole slow motion scene after Neville stands up to Voldemort and he gets like shot back, and there's that slow motion scene of him waking up and from him there to killing Nagini at the end.
That was pretty good.
I like that whole.
I like Neville and Seamus blowing up the bridge.
Yeah.
Does it make it retroactively bad? Like after you watch the movie, like, oh, not many people died. So did that make it
We're
like?
retroactively talking about both these movies.
No, I mean, did that make it worse? Like,
Doesn't make it worse.
any character could have died in Return of the King.
It's a
when you
higher
watch it.
emotional stake that the people were actually killed.
But it's kind of sucks
Like one of the
It's very-
twins died.
like that because they both follow books, and if they deviated, everybody would have been fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've read the first two Lord of the Rings books, and as much as people praise the guy's work, it is old and it's
the world building is something not to scoff at. That is deep fucking shit writing
yeah. And
volumes and fucking creating languages.
whereas I read the Deathly Hallows book in less than 72 hours. I mean, not that we're talking about the books, but just for me, I'm much more invested in Harry Potter. I'd rather. Oh God, I love both those movies.
If this was Fellowship, would it be easier?
No, it'd be just as hard. Because like this, Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, the first Harry Potter, and
Him
all
breaking
of
the
Lord of
older
Rings.
one and throwing it off the cliff.
I was not a fan of Harry Potter dying going to the train station, But I liked when he was talking to the other people that died recently. Like, go
Right
ahead.
before it
Go.
does it hurt?
Yeah. That
Oh, the whole Snape died in the second one, right? And they did the whole Snape backstory.
Yeah.
Oh
That was good.
God, that is so intense. That was emotional too. Or
Mrs. Weasley killing Bellatrix, right?
yeah.
I was like, that's
I like seeing
yeah.
Aberforth showing that he actually, it's not just
Cared.
Dumbledore that was powerful. Like
Yeah.
when he does his Patronus and it knocks out like every single Dementor down the whole
that
fucking
goat fucker.
yeah. But like I like when they first see Harry Potter for the first time when he's coming through the
Secret window.
secret like
Blimey,
it's
Harry.
painting. There's the flight scene through the room of requirement when they were looking for
It's all on fire.
it's all on
The
fire.
tiara thing?
Yeah, the tiara. And
Diadem.
he saves
It's a diadem.
Malfoy or one of the
Malfoy.
boys?
He saves Malfoy. One of them dies. The one that cast the spell, he dies. And then Ron kicks the diadem back into the diadem.
Diadem.
Then he
Tiara.
gets a kiss.
And then he lays a fat one on Hermione.
Well, that's after that's after
lays
they
his fat one on?
destroyed something else.
They went down and destroyed the book, didn't they?
No, the book was already destroyed.
They
They
destroyed.
had the thing, and yeah, didn't
They destroyed something.
Yeah.
they? Was it?
the cup.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
And there was a little chalice.
Whatever she acioed.
did they have to go down there to get the thing to do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they brought it up with them to try to kill Nangini.
I also like one of my favorite scenes in the whole Deathly Hallows is Kingsley. They're just there's people just firing fucking things, and he's just blocking just with the wave of his arm. He's blocking every single spell that's coming at everybody.
I like Narcissa walking Malfoy away when everything's going
Yeah.
to shit.
That was too fun.
Or when she talks to him she says
Draco.
Harry's dead. She's Draco line.
How did everybody feel about that ending, though? 20 years or whatever in the
If
future.
you'd read Cursed Child, it'd make more sense.
So I haven't read it.
Just on the general, like, audience-wise, it seemed like I liked it. I remember watching it and being like, that was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
But I got such a, like, not a well reception. Like, they should have had it in the movie.
I
I thought it was fine.
I didn't hear that. So
Brian?
I mean, I heard more complaints about the 6 endings of Return of the King than I have.
I heard a lot of complaints about them not looking, like,
Old
the
enough?
makeup. That wasn't very good to make them look old. I can't
They
remember.
sure as hell made Ron look old.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Put on
remember
that
who was
belly.
hit and miss, to be honest.
It was probably that Hermione looked the same and the 2 guys looked old.
Well, Ginny, did Weasley?
She had some crow's feet.
I can't remember. It's been a little while since I watched it. But did it make you cry at the end of that movie?
I got more. I mean, I'd say I got more emotional in that than I did in Return of the King.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so too.
Frodo saying goodbye to Sam, I was like,
No,
that's-
that was
that's
tough. That was tough. And like I said, I saw
Sam
that
goes
4
home.
times.
Yeah.
When you tell Sam to go home, I was like, "You're a fucking bitch, Frodo."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
That just reminds me. We're not voting on this movie, but in Fellowship, when Sam's going out and he's drowning,
Yeah.
that was really hard to watch.
Yeah.
Has anybody made up their mind yet?
My mind was made up.
My mind is made up.
We all have our strong...
I mean, there's arguments. Mine's Harry Potter.
Yeah, mine's Fellowship.
No.
Fellowship.
Not even a movie on here.
And we have no winner.
Return.
Return of the King.
I'd say Return of the King.
And then it won.
Oh, well, then that wins.
What would you have said, Katrina?
Harry Potter,
Fair
for
enough.
sure.
That was not easy.
No.
No, I almost changed my mind right at the end.
You still can?
Would Two Towers have changed your mind?
Dude, I love I love all those movies.
If it was Two
I did too.
Towers.
Yeah.
If it was Two Towers, I probably would have went with. Oh God, no.
I would have run with Return of the King over 2 Towers.
Oh,
No.
we're comparing that.
No,
yeah.
I was going to say against
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
I would have went Harry Potter.
Well, you
I would've
obviously-
went Harry Potter.
Is there just based
Poor
on
Harry Potter.
based on the way this went, you would have the Deathly Hallows is going to win out of all those. Not even just in the exercise, but even things that got knocked out.
Yeah, I think Deathly Hallows 2 is the best movie on that board. That was my favorite going into the whole thing. And obviously I still think it's a better movie.
Is there one that we didn't include that you would have chosen over?
No.
Nothing? That's your favorite movie of all time?
It's my favorite franchise of all time. And that's the ending of the franchise.
And it would trump.
What single movie would have beat it? Can you think of any?
Creep. I'd have to think about it.
Like for me, like one's on the list
The
would
Room?
never make it. Fuck, I would put Die Hard so hard. High up.
that
so
wouldn't be in
hard.
my top 20.
Oh, no.
I would put Die Hard against half those movies and choose it.
Maybe we should do this for
Fuck, I-
really, really bad movies.
But like even like
Like 80s
I'm
movies?
thinking of like action movies now,
there's a
but
lot coming out of
I always
the
say
80s.
Die Hard and Predator are my favorite action movies. So Predator. And
I don't know. I'd
Over
have to-
Terminator 2?
Oh god, that's that too.
Dude,
So
Terminator 2.
that's another one on there. Obviously, it beats Incredibles. Would you have put Incredibles above any of that?
No. Well, and not any of the Harry Potters.
None of the Harry Potters?
No.
Wow.
What about Finding Nemo?
What about Coco?
Wow.
You watch Coco so much.
Coco, Ratatouille, and Incredibles are my three favorite. Not in that order. Ratatouille is my favorite Pixar movie.
And Solamente, none go above any Harry Potter on that list?
Was it?
Like, what's the weakest Harry Potter in your mind?
The second one, Chamber of Secrets.
And Ratatouille?
I'd probably put Ratatouille above Chamber of Secrets. I mean, it is my least favorite one. But I've watched Lord of the Fellowship of the Rings, not over exaggerating because I tend to do that, at least 100 times. It used to be a movie I put on every single day before I went to bed, and I'd watched at least the first half of it. I'd go to
Right.
sleep. And I did that for a year, so I've probably seen the whole movie through at least 100 times. One of my all-time favorite movies. And if Fellowship was against Deathly Hallows 2, it would have been a longer discussion.
And where would Star Wars have been on there?
The original ones?
Say that or Empire. Whatever you prefer, if that was against one of the top two, if things have changed?
No.
There's no personal dark horse that you'd throw in here to.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I have movies on here that are my favorite, but they're not on
Like
the list.
Inception.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good movie.
The Departed.
The Departed is really good. I really like.
Goodfellas?
Oh, yeah.
What
Well, that's
would
like
that
a
be?
childhood movie for
Or
me.
like Casino. Casino's
No.
That's a shit movie.
What? You don't like
You only
Casino?
like that because Mark Jones liked it. That was
No,
his
I like
favorite
that
movie.
movie.
That's a garbage movie to try to sit there
Compared
and watch.
to
It's
Goodfellas?
so long.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
No.
It's-
As the person that's
Godfather.
saying Godfather's good, but I
That's
saw that
good.
later in life. I didn't build up like
Such a good movie.
same thing with Avengers as it is with Deathly Hallows. Is it built up into this? It's not like it's just a movie that came out and oh that's really good.
That's why I have a hard time comparing it to other things.
I'm trying to think of a movie where I would just be like, okay, this single movie. I'm trying to think of the last movie that really affected me when I watched it.
Coco.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, it's bothering me now that I can't think
Reservoir
of...
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs was good. I really liked Hateful Eight.
Guardians 2.
I really like Spider-Man Homecoming a lot. I don't know.
Professional.
Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was good. But I can't think of... Like, I almost want to open up my Blu-ray case and just take a look real quick.
Well, we don't even. That's not even a good sample size.
Yeah.
Because that movie I adored was The Professional. That's a great movie.
I might put Army of Darkness up in... it wouldn't beat out these movies, but I'd put that in my top 20 movies of all time.
But see, those are like movies that shaped me growing up.
Army of Darkness?
No, not that one. I didn't see that until I was in college.
Just something wrong with my leg and it hurts.
Oh, well, okay.
Deep vein thrombosis.
You don't want that.
No, I don't.
It was
What is
like
that?
Indiana Jones. Sit.
Oh,
Your choice of Indiana Jones.
We actually just started watching that with Parker.
That's gotta be freaking high. Right.
Yeah.
that's right along Star Wars with me.
And then I'm thinking Spielberg, but like, I know E.T. doesn't get play, it's not mainstream.
She
but
loves
I
E.T.
love E.T.
it is such a good movie.
I'm not a big fan of E.T. I never got on with that.
I really like Catch Me If You Can. I mean, if we're talking Spielberg movies,
Nice.
excuse
You got fucking movies you don't want to like, but like Schindler's List on that.
why would you not want to like
Why-
it? It's a good
yeah.
movie.
Because it's about the Holocaust.
You
Well,
can
it's not
like
because you
movies
like
about
the
bad
Holocaust. Like,
That's why you don't want to
He's
like.
a Jew. He's got a personal vendetta.
You don't want to like a movie. The main focus is people just get mass murdered. But like
Battle
as, like,
Royale?
my favorite movie of all time, Schindler's List. Boy, if you want to laugh,
Dude.
watch that movie.
oh my god.
That's like me saying my favorite movie is American History X.
Yeah, you get like, what
You
kind
wanna
of
talk
guy are
about-
you?
You want to talk about mass murder, dude? Infinity War just came out. Come on.
That's true. That's,
Yeah.
that's a little less bloody, a little less nitty gritty.
Well, not
very
early
dusty.
on when he's-
Where does everybody sit on Shawshank?
It's a great
That's a
movie.
good movie.
Yeah.
I just watched it the other day.
I sit on it. It's vertical.
You're so obtuse.
Obtuse.
You know what's funny
I'm
about
about to
that
slam
movie
the
is I've
table and
watched it
piss you
so
off.
many times on TV that when you watch it not on TV, you're like, they say fucking this a lot. Like, I mean, obviously they cut all that shit out.
You know what else is a really good movie? Tombstone. Tombstone's a really good movie.
That is a good movie.
I don't know if it's a good.
I like
movie.
Tombstone.
I love
I can't stand the love
It's not a
story
great movie,
aspect.
but it's entertaining.
Oh, it's like Maverick with Mel Gibson. That's not a good movie, but I love that movie.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
It's such a fun movie to watch. That's another thing. It's like fun movies are different than
What about Django?
Django's good. I like Hateful Eight better than Django.
I think I like Django a little bit.
Glorious Bastards.
That's good too. I didn't as soon as the doctor dies in Django, it went downhill for me.
But that was only like Danny. Somebody kept saying it was.
2/3 of the movie.
I think it was a little bit more than that because it had about 20 minutes of film time, runtime left in it. After that,
I'm like stomach cramps now.
Oh,
Like bad.
Well, all that food you ate that you talked about.
he's hungry now.
Yeah, I mean, so that's it. I guess Return of the King wins. I mean, it's subpar compared to Deathly Hallows 2. Next time I'll bring somebody in that's not as wishy-washy as Anthony.
what? Nice showing.
Why? Because I like Lord of the Rings more than Harry Potter?
No, because you were...
I was thinking about what I'd rather put on, but I still think that Return of the King is a slightly better movie.
I wonder what they're at Rotten
So
Tomatoes.
hard, though.
No, those are two hard movies to compare. Because they are.
That Dark Knight got knocked out in the first round. God, that should have went.
Yeah.
I thought they would have been competitive as fuck.
It just
Matchups.
The draw,
It was just
yeah.
the-
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a recency bias, but that doesn't matter. It makes sense.
I don't know what came out first, Return of the King or...
The Return of the King came out in 2005. Dark Knight came out in 2012.
Oh.
No,
No, I
2008.
Yeah, I was going to say it came out before 2010, I thought.
I'm really having a hard time thinking of movies that... Like
Sounds of
single
Lambs.
movies.
Great movie.
Like Baby Driver. Good movie.
Great
Oh,
movie.
fucking Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead might be up there with me. I'd have to
But these all
actually...
have to be like personal.
Yeah.
Like I would put Tommy Boy. It's on my top.
Oh,
10.
God.
I love Tommy Boy.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore's
That's probably
good.
Kingpin up there.
Kingpin's
I
good
love
too. I put Dumb and Dumber up there.
I don't think I put any funny movie up there. I mean, I can't think of like a funny movie that...
For me, it'd be like
You
Step
said
Brothers.
Shaun of the Dead, and that's.
Yeah, I guess that's...
I think that's generally under comedy.
Yeah. I would say Shaun of the Dead is better comedy than all those. Yeah. Should do this on TV shows. Nah,
Then you
haven't
got
watched it.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is excellent.
Dude, you gotta watch Westworld.
Yeah, I'll get right on that with all the time I have.
Yeah.
And non HBO.
True.
You don't have HBO. You steal that shit.
No, I bought it.
You bought the season?
Mhm.
Oh, so you haven't started the second season yet?
We started it. Yeah, Gabby has HBO, so we've been watching it at her house.
Well, this is an extra long episode, so I guess we should,
Extra long.
Sign out.
yeah.
How long? Where are we at?
Too long.
Probably to the point where I'll split it into two.
And Robert's gonna be like, F, I have to edit this shit.
Yeah, I'll probably split it into two episodes. Two shorter episodes. Get us closer to that 100 mark. So we got some shit coming up.
Grab.
Yeah. God, I had some
Until
stuff to
next
say.
time?
Yeah, until next time, but I don't know.
Have people offer their suggestions or what they would put at the top.
Yeah.
We'll do video games next.
You know what?
You
If
still
you
need to do the video game draft.
if you are a listener, no, you don't have to get super specific on this. Just give me what your pick would be between Return of the King and Deathly Hallows 2. So we could just do that. I'll put a poll up on our Twitter feed. That's at 95nerds. Our first bonus episode for our Patreon has been delayed, but that'll be coming up shortly. So you can go to our Patreon at 95nerds, and it is always nice if you leave us a review on iTunes. That is excellent. So that'll be this week's episode. With an S.
Ugh. I'm tired.
We're out.